That night, sleep was a stranger to Amara. The king's words, "From tonight, you belong to me," replayed in her mind, a constant and settling rhythm. She tossed and turned on her small mat in the servants' quarters, a storm of fear and confusion raging inside her. What did he mean? What was going to happen? If anyone discovered this, her life in the palace would be over in an instant. And if the queen found out, Amara shuddered. She wouldn't live long enough to even try to explain. Her mind raced, imagining the queen's wrath, a force more terrifying than any army. Every shadow in the dimly lit room seemed to mock her, whispering of the danger she was in. She was just a maid, and nobody, caught in a game played by the most powerful people in the kingdom. How could she possibly survive this? By morning, the palace was already buzzing with whispers, like a hive of restless bees, as Amara went to fetch water from the central well. She felt the weight of prying eyes. Two other maids, their heads close together, stopped talking as she approached, but not before she caught their words. "Did you see how the king was looking at her last night?" one hissed, her voice dripping with insinuation. The other smirked. Something is definitely happening behind those golden doors." Amara's heart leaped into her throat. She gripped the heavy clay pot, her knuckles turning white, focusing all her energy on pretending she hadn't heard a thing. She kept her head down, her steps quick and purposeful. But she could feel their gazes burning into her back. The whispers followed her like a shadow, spreading through the palace corridors, each telling of the tale growing more scandalous than the last. She was no longer just Amara, the new maid. She was now a subject of gossip, a character in a story she never wanted to be a part of. Later that afternoon, a deceptive calm settled over the queen's chambers. Queen Chidera sat regally by her ornate mirror, her reflection showing a face that was a mask of serenity, a calm that was far too perfect, far too still. Behind her, Akua, the chief maid and the queen's most trusted confidant, brushed her long, dark hair with slow, deliberate strokes. The silence in the room was thick, heavy with unspoken tensions. Akua chose her words with the precision of a surgeon. "My queen," she began, her voice barely above a whisper, "the servants are talking. They say the king has been entertaining the new maid." Queen Chidera didn't flinch, not a single muscle in her face moved, but her eyes, reflected in the mirror, flickered with a quiet, dangerous fire. A predator catching the scent of its prey, she asked softly, her voice smooth as silk. "Which maid?" Akua's hand paused for a fraction of a second before resuming its rhythm. "Amara," she replied. The name hung in the air. A profound silence descended upon the room, so complete you could hear the distant chirping of birds outside. Then, the queen smiled. It was not a smile of warmth or happiness, but a cold, sharp, terrifying smile that promised pain. "Send her to me," she commanded. That evening, Amara was summoned before the queen. Her legs felt like lead as she was escorted to the royal chambers. She entered and knelt low, her forehead nearly touching the polished floor. Trembling like a leaf in a storm, she didn't dare look up. The scent of jasmine and power filled her senses, suffocating her. Queen Chidera studied her for a long, unbearable moment, her silence a form of torture. Finally, the queen spoke, her voice deceptively calm. "You have a beautiful face." Amara's heart hammered against her ribs. "Thank you, Your Majesty," she managed to whisper, her voice trembling. The queen continued, her tone conversational but laced with ice. "But beauty," she said, letting the word hang in the air, "can be a curse in this palace." Amara risked a glance upwards, her eyes wide with fear. The queen's smile had vanished, replaced by an expression of quiet, simmering rage that was far more terrifying. "I built this palace beside my husband," the queen continued, her voice gaining a steely edge. "Every brick, every pillar, holds a piece of my soul. And I will not watch it all crumble into dust because of a foolish girl who does not know her place." Panic seized Amara. She bowed her head again, pressing it to the floor. "Your Majesty, I swear, I have done nothing wrong." Silence. The queen's voice thundered through the chamber, and she rose from her seat, a figure of absolute authority. "You think I am a fool? You think I don't see what's happening in my own home? You think the king's secrets are hidden from me? Tears of terror and helplessness welled up in Amara's eyes, blurring her vision. Please, my queen, I beg of you. But Queen Shadera cut her off, raising a hand adorned with gold rings. I should have you sent away tonight, banished from this kingdom forever. But no, she said, a calculating look entering her eyes. That would be too simple. I want to see this through. I want to see how far you and your king will dare to go. Go back to your duties. Let the game continue. The queen turned her back on Amara, her dismissal absolute. Her voice dropped to a whisper, a chilling, venomous sound that would haunt Amara's dreams. But remember this, little maid, she said, her words a solemn vow. In every palace, in every game of power, queens don't lose, maids do. Amara scrambled out of the room, her body shaking, the queen's final words echoing in her soul, a prophecy of doom. What will happen next? Will the king protect her, or will the queen's wrath consume her? The next chapter of this story is about to unfold, and it's a secret meeting at midnight. Do you want me to drop episode 10 right now? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of this unfolding drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.